Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Last night, ABC Television did what I think is a pretty cool thing, a live performance of episodes from the classic shows All in the Family and The Jeffersons last night.
It's funny, you're like, I think it's a cool thing. My first thought was, why are they doing this?
Why not?
Yeah, I can appreciate that. The live broadcasts have been happening, like, NBC's been with The Sound of Music and some other stuff that they've done.
But why those shows?
Oh, I totally know why those shows.
Why?
Oh, these shows are historic for, I believe, healing a lot of race relations in our country. These were beautiful pieces of art that actually made a difference. Because I grew up in the 70s when they were on live, and I grew up in Boston, a very racist town, and I remember my family members basically laughing at other family members who were like Archie Bunker. And all of a sudden, the jerk, racist idiot in our family was somebody that people actually pointed out and said, you are kind of like this guy. And that started conversations.
Okay. I got that. I grew up watching, don't get me wrong, I love watching The Jeffersons. All in the Family was not really my cup of tea when I was a kid. Some of it was okay, but I loved The Jeffersons. I was just like, who are they hoping? I don't think guys like Danny or Vicky are Jeffersons fans. That's what I mean.
It is interesting that you're right.
Odd thing to do.
Is it? I think is it just for me and people in their 60s, 70s? Is that what? Because we were the ones that watched it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's ever a point where like Danny's like, man, I would just love for them to bring back the Jeffersons.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
I will tell you this though: if they were recreating, I've recorded, I'm going to watch it with my wife over the weekend because I said, hey, we got to check this out. But if they recorded real episodes, I would love to see what Danny and Vicky would think of them, because it's probably shocking some of the things that were said on that show.
Oh yeah, especially All in the Family.
Yeah. And that's why I would love to get your opinion of anything else. I don't know if you can do it on demand, but maybe we should give them a little homework assignment. What do you think?
No. To watch this version?
Yes.
Or the old show?
I would say to watch this version because it has people It has stars they know. You know what I mean? At least that way it's, like Jamie Foxx, that Danny and Vicky at least know who that guy
Woody
is.
Harrelson, Will Ferrell.
Yeah, at least that way they're people
Sweet Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I'm in.
Yeah. But then if they're reenacting, word by word by the script, that would be cool. And of course, Jamie Foxx was on there last night, and he played George Jefferson, which I can't wait to see his performance because Jamie Foxx is just a great actor.
It's just weird, man. It's just weird seeing him as George Jefferson.
He looks good though, dude. He really, I'm just watching the video, and I'm thinking, you know what? He's got the Sherman Hemsley look to him. He's doing a good job.
Woody Harrelson is Archie Bunker. It's so weird, man.
Oh, that's a little weird for me to think that Woody's Archie.
Marissa Tomei's Edith.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? I want to see her Edith. I got to see. God,
that's the other odd thing.
So while playing George Jefferson, Sherman Hemsley he flubbed up a line, and he immediately called himself out for it.
Ever since I was a little boy, I would always beg my mother for a little brother. But we were broke, so all is live. Everyone sitting at home just think their TV just messed up. All we could afford was you.
It's cool. You're seeing like Anthony Anderson and a bunch of other guys on the show. They're just all trying not to laugh. Woody Harrelson's just turned in the corner just with his head down.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Anthony Anderson's on this too? Mm-hmm. See, I'm looking forward to this. I really, really am looking forward to this. Which, of course, is already aired, but I've got it taped. And it's one of those moments where my wife and I, we grew up with these shows. The Jeffersons, again, this is an all African-American cast. And in the show, again, this is the 70s where, that white dudes always thought they were superior. George Jefferson was a big success, and Archie Bunker was an idiot, even though we always thought he was better than George. But George he had a whole bunch of cleaners. He actually moved on up to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Archie was living.
He was the line from the song.
Of course, yeah. George, Archie lived in a low rent neighborhood, and, and George made something of himself, and you didn't see a show like that where African Americans were actually like, hey, they were the guys that were doing stuff, and Archie was the idiot.
But it was funny because if I remember correctly, then so Archie would give them a hard time because of their race, but then didn't George also give their friends a hard time because they were a mixed couple?
Yeah, isn't that? And I thought that was brilliant that they showed that racism isn't just about one side.
Yeah,
like we can, I love shows that do that. It shows that, George, let's take a look here in the mirror, and I think that Norman Lear and those guys were really brilliant with the way they did it. There were a lot of great shows that spun off of All in the Family.
Well, I mean, now I kind of want to check it out. I mean, you sold me, BJ.
Did I sell you?
I'm going to have to come over and watch it because I didn't DVR it.
Yeah.
Or as you called it, taped it.
Yeah, I know. Well, come on. I'm old. I'm all in the family.
Right? Dude, I finally have gotten to the point where I don't say that either. But
all right, you got to help me out because I say film and tape all the time.
I know. I have to stop saying, hey, can you film this for me? And I'm like, my phone does not have film in it.
I know, but we're the VCR generation. Jeez. I mean, it's like,
what do you say anymore? Yeah, I mean, being a 40-year-old, I don't understand.
Video record.
You got to record it. Can you record this?
Yeah.
Oh, record. Okay.
Yeah, or can you video this for me? Is that right, Danny? Is that how the kids do it?
Yeah, how do the kids say it?
It makes you feel better. I say film it too.
Yeah.
Now you're an old soul.
You guys are so old.
I know. See, we're in that generation. We had Walkmans, and I remember my dad had that giant video camera that you had to rest on your shoulder. We took that to Disneyland.
That thing costs like $1,200.
I know.
And the quality is nowhere near what is the quality of it we have on our phones.
I know, it's so disappointing.
It's not even near the quality of our phones like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It cracks me up because I'll watch old bootlegs of concerts. I'm a big fan of watching any like bootlegs of bands, like Green Day playing at a small club back in like the late 90s or whatever it is.
That's the best.
Right, but the audio quality and the video quality is just red rotten. And those video cameras were considered state of the art.
Yeah.
And now someone goes to a Green Day show present day, films it on their phone, the audio and the video quality is fantastic for a bootleg, of course, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
It's just so funny how this little device can do so much better of a job than this giant hunk of a machine that we had to carry around.
Sounds like you're talking about something else.
Yeah. Maybe I am, BJ.
Hey.
Trying to check out her Edith.
Yeah, that's right. Checking out Marissa's Edith. So, Vicky, Danny, if it's on demand, are you going to watch it?
If I remember.
Oh, yeah.
We'll text you.
Come on, Danny. You gotta do it to see what just to
What the
get
hell are you watching?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'll be at a wedding this weekend, so I'll try to watch it. But
Well, it's gonna be on demand it'll be on demand for a while.
Are you going to be at a wedding today?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to be on a plane today.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm packing because I'm moving.
They have all the excuses.
Doing stuff. Yeah, all the excuses. I'm packing. I'm going to a wedding.
I'm getting the keys to my house today.
Ooh, congratulations.
Hurrah!
Wow. Steve, everybody's getting all grown
Still
up.
no excuse. She needs to watch the Jeff.
I know, you're absolutely
You
right.
can shut it.
Yeah.
Someone says it was an excellent show, BJ. You should definitely watch it.
Well, I'm definitely going to. And Vicky, you're moving on up.
Yeah.
Just like George Jefferson did.
To the east side.
Yeah.
Deluxe home in Everett.
Marysville.
That too.
Yeah. She's moving on up to the north side, even north of the north side.
I was going to say, I'm like, yeah, I'm moving on up. It's 2 floors. Yay.
There you go. All right. Well, Steve, it's wasted. You know what? We're not going to give good stuff to these kids. They'll just break it.
Clearly.
Yeah, you can't watch it. Now, you know what? You can't watch it now.
Wait, how long is it? Is it like an hour?
Half-hour episodes. I would. So if they did 2 episodes, they did one All in the Family, one Jefferson's. I think it must be an hour.
I would bet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got it.
ABC.
That's right.
Well, I mean, that's where you're going to find it on demand, I bet.
I hope it is on demand. I really do. Got a wanted man that said that he is going to turn himself in if he gets a certain amount of likes on Facebook. What? Yeah, Steve's going to tell you all about it. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Kia of Pure for giving us the Migs Report. And it's a very special day, you guys.
Yeah?
I like turtles.
Oh, woo!
World Turtle Day. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Lots of turtles getting busy.
That's right. I hope today is their day.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Turtle love.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, turtles are awesome.
Yeah, they are. Happy World Turtle Day, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, there's a 29-year-old guy, and he is definitely a fan of social media. His name is Jose. He lives in Connecticut, and he's wanted by the cops for a failure to appear in court.
Okay.
Somehow he started negotiating with the cops, and this could be a first and probably won't be a last, unfortunately, in the world that we live in. But he said, hey, look, cops, I'll turn myself in if the wanted poster that you post on your Facebook page gets 15,000 likes.
Wow. Okay. They talk about the 15 minutes of fame.
So, they said, here's an interesting one. Jose negotiated with me earlier this week through Facebook and agreed to turn himself into our police if we get him 15,000 likes on this post. I said 10,000. He wanted 20,000. We split. I love that they're negotiating the number of likes. Whoever's in charge of their social media account is probably having a good time with all
It's really amazing what you have to do nowadays. It really is. Like, to do your job in law enforcement.
Well, here's the thing. They now have 23,000 likes, and Jose has yet to turn himself in.
Oh, come on, Jose.
Come on. You can't throw that kind of... They even went above the amount that he wanted.
Yeah, come on, Jose. Turn yourself in, dude. You got what you wanted. The people responded.
Yep, the city of Torrington Police Department said, update, we are getting a lot of inquiries as to whether or not Jose has turned himself in yet. As of now, he has not. We'll update this post again when he does turn himself in. Thank you, everyone who has liked the post and messaged us with info. It is appreciated, from Lieutenant Johnson.
You know what? That's pretty cool, because if Jose gets in, maybe he'll get some treatment for whatever's going on in his life, and he can this would be an awesome story to follow on social media for good old Jose.
Yeah, come on, Jose. You're 29 years old. It's time to turn yourself in and turn your life around.
Yeah, Steve, tell him.
Trying.
Okay.
Let's head on over to Wenatchee, where there's a guy in the news because, well, he's an idiot. If you're going to be hiding drugs on you, you probably shouldn't shoot yourself with your own gun.
Oh, really?
That's exactly what happened. Oh. This guy, he accidentally shot himself in the junk last month.
No!
He's 27 years old. His name is Cameron. Apparently, he's a convicted felon. He's not allowed to own a gun. Instead of going straight to the ER, he stopped at a park to give the gun to a friend. That way he wouldn't have the gun on him. Well, he does go to the ER. Apparently, he was hiding a bag of pot in his in
the prison wallet?
In the no-go place.
Yeah, okay.
At least for me.
Yeah.
They fell out of him during surgery.
Oh, no. So they're doing surgery on his junk.
And here comes some ganja.
Oh, and the ganja comes on out down the Highway de Hershey.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Not smoking that bag.
Gosh.
And then while they're searching, I guess, his car, the cops were, they found meth in a bloody pair of jeans. Because of, he shot himself in the junk.
And meth, of course, so that's important.
So let's just say he's in a lot of trouble.
You won't do a little buttweed, though, you said, huh?
No buttweed.
No buttweed for you?
No, butt chugging, fine. Buttweed, no.
Oh, all right.
But no. Sorry.
Yeah.
This could be the best excuse for why you didn't notice that the cops were trying to pull you over. A guy named David is in Florida, blew through a red light. Cops saw him. They got behind him to pull him over. Lights were flashing. The sirens were going. He kept driving. They finally pull him over. Like, hey, what the hell? Why didn't you pull over when we told you to pull over? He said, it's a little busy because his pants were down and he was receiving sexual acts from a passenger. And he said, my bad. I was a little preoccupied by getting a certain thing done to me. And there was a passenger in the car, a 55-year-old woman by the name of Rhonda. And she had a Bud Light between her legs.
Yes, she did.
A crack pipe by her feet. And a crack rock in her mouth.
Oh, whoa.
I don't know if it's like an Ice Cube thing.
Yeah, you're right. Help me, Rhonda. Hip, hip.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. He wasn't arrested, but she was.
Wow. So he did get off the hook.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I like that you were quick on your words.
Yeah. Okay.
Phrasing. Yeah. At what point do we let the Mariners off the hook for the season?
God help us. I thought you did yesterday, Steve.
I'm continuing to do so, Rev, because they lost again.
Woo! Go Mariners.
This time it was 2-1. Yeah. Marco Gonzalez actually looked pretty decent out there. And they still couldn't help the damn guy.
Yeah.
The Mariners have now lost 27 of 37 games. They're at the bottom of the AL West standings, and let's not forget they started the season at 13-2.
So that means there's still a chance.
Back when they were 13-2, yes, BJ, there was. Yeah. They're off to Oakland. Maybe things will turn around. They seem to do okay against them.
They've done well against Oakland, yes.
Yep, and that series starts tomorrow for a little bit of a 3-game weekend, 3-game series for the weekend. Sounders had to announce Chad Marshall made a big retirement due to all the injuries that he's been battling. He's a 3-time MLS Defender of the Year. Yeah. He started his career with Columbus, but he's been with the Seattle Sounders since 2014. And unfortunately, after 16 years in the MLS, he's going to have to call it quits.
Yeah.
As far as weather, 76 degrees and sun. And thank you, Como Foreign News, for giving us the Migs Report.
Oh, you're very welcome, Steve. It really saddens me to actually see you off the Mariners bandwagon. It really does, because, I mean, you really stay on it longer than anybody.
I'm still watching the games, man.
Yeah.
I still have hope.
All right.
And I still end the night disappointed.
Yeah.
It's such a bummer, man. It's like, even that game, I was like, gosh, man, you got a good pitching outing from Marco.
Yeah.
2-1, you lose.
Yeah. I mean, and look, the Rangers have a really good offense this year, at least so far. So, I mean, that is at least a small victory.
And I think like 80% of the Mariners are on the injured.
Yeah.
reserve.
And that's, you got to nod to that as well. Of course, they're going to get their butts kicked because they're not, I mean, this isn't their best team. And even their best team wasn't supposed to be that good. So,
well, DePoto did not lie to us.
No, he didn't. Yeah, see, that's the good news about that. He didn't.
He said this is a rebuilding year.
Yeah, we're rebuilding. All right. I'm not sure what they're rebuilding, but they're rebuilding. Maybe they're just starting with like a little shed, and then they're going to get to the big house later.
Oh, this is great. Someone texted, Oakland's red hot right now. Go A's.
Are they really? Well, they're ahead of us. Everybody's ahead of us. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how good Oakland is. Are they? I haven't been paying attention. All right.
I'll have to check it out.
What's red hot mean? Have they won more than 5 in a row or something? Come on.
Red hot.
Yeah. All right. Steve's going to get the standings. We'll find. We're going to, this texter, we're going to call you right now.
I bet he's right. No, they're in that third place.
Yeah, what's their winning streak?
They have 7-3 in this past 10 games, 3-game winning streak.
I wouldn't say that's red hot.
Compared to the Mariners, it is.
Yeah, well, sure. And you know what? I mean, really.
Oh, there's still hope. We're only 11 games back of first place.
Yeah, we got time.
How's the wild card looking?
Yeah, we're probably not doing so good in the wild card. Where are we in the wild card? I'd say we're like 8 games back.
4.5.
Oh, that's
there's still a chance.
There's still hope.
I'm back on the bandwagon, guys.
Good for you, buddy. Nice. Well, 80% of Americans have said, you know what? I get frustrated at least once a day by that damn technology.
At least once a day.
Yeah, I know. At least once a day. That's a lot of Americans getting pissed.
Work computers.
Yeah.
We can hear Rev cussing from the other room.
I had a meltdown in Rev's room yesterday. Rev's freaking computer wasn't working.
Yeah.
Are you guys in the 30% where it happens more than 5 times a day? Anybody in this room?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I would say once a day. I was having a problem with my banking app, and I was so pissed. I'm like, why?
You are late. You are 5 times a day. I know it.
Do you really think so? Probably right.
Dude, you'll have a meltdown if the Wi-Fi is not fast enough for your iPad in here.
Hey, I got news for you.
What's
Top
that?
3 problems on this list are Wi-Fi related. So, I'm not alone when I melt down about Wi-Fi. On this list, top 3, it's all Wi-Fi issues.
Our own versions of ourselves 10 years ago be like, oh, wow. Or 20 years ago with the freaking dial-up.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Steve.
This is not fast enough. It took me 3 seconds to open up the news site that I wanted to read.
I agree with you. I cannot disagree with your logic, but they have trained us to expect it right now. But you're right. I would sit and wait for a game to load on my Commodore 64, and it would be that little cassette thing that they gave us, and it would take me 20 minutes to play
cassettes.
It would take me 20 minutes to play like a Pong game.
Yeah, it takes it just that long to load it.
Yeah.
You remember when you get a picture emailed to you, like, I got to download it. Okay, I got to go do a bunch of things. It'll take about 45 minutes for this to download. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah.
I used to remember I could do my whole set of nails while waiting for one thing to load.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get mad at my cell phone anymore because I'm like, every time I get mad, I'm like, you know what? It has to go to space and bounce off a satellite and come back. And it does that in less than probably 5 seconds. I should be happy.
Yeah. And now if a video's buffering for a half a second, I'm like, what the F?
Done with it.
Oh, if I see that little spinny thing, I'm so pissed. Even though it's like, what kind? I've got a new app, and they replaced the old app, and they were like, this is a brand new spanking new app, and it's been slower than the old app, and I'm like, F you, stupid company, this is not a good app.
Have you guys ever been like, look at your phone, you're like, you're gotta be kidding me, I'm on Wi-Fi and it's this slow, I'll take Wi-Fi off and I bet it'll go faster.
Yes.
I do that all the time.
No,
I do that at my house sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It doesn't work.
So, the top 3, various Wi-Fi issues, trouble connecting to the Wi-Fi hotspot, connecting to Wi-Fi, but there's still no internet. Those are the 3 big things that we get pissed about. Slow downloads or buffering, All right, Steve, you brought that up. Trouble logging in or signing up. That just happened to me because our company just changed something where you have to get a text message or a phone call, and they have the wrong phone numbers on my thing, so I can't get online.
Whose fault is that?
Well, because back when I signed up in this company 20 years ago, I didn't have a cell phone.
Oh, you should have updated it by now, man.
Yeah, you can go on the webpage
That's
and
on
update
you.
it.
Well, I don't know that. I mean, they should ask me, hey, is this still good? Like when I go to the doctor's office, I always go, hey, is this still your updated information? They ask me every time. So the company should have asked me before they changed this, hey, we're going to do a phone thing. Are these your current numbers? Instead of just going, we're going to now send messages to these phones that no longer exist. So now I have to go do that. That's me complaining. That's number 1 today. Okay. Yeah, number 1. That's me, baby. Number 5, trouble. I already told you, trouble logging in or signing up. Your battery dying at an inconvenient time. I mean, I do get that. I mean, I am a battery
That happened
crazy
with your
person.
magic wand?
Yes, actually. And actually, my complaint with technology is because I have it so I don't get all the email spam from my Gmail account hitting me until like one time an hour.
Oh, damn.
And I never really know when it's going to hit. But it always seems to happen when I'm, by myself watching certain videos and all of a sudden like, ding, here's a coupon for, free socks. It's like, shut up. I'm trying to do a thing here.
Oh, that's
How much are the socks going for?
I was just like, buy like 5, you get one free.
That's what gets Steve. That puts Steve in the move. A good bargain. Yeah, baby.
Well,
Tell me more.
everyone starts texting me right when that happens. Like, nobody cares to talk to me until I apparently pop a movie open.
Oh, that is frustrating. Does
that happen to you guys?
No. It happens when I'm driving, and sometimes I have friends that will be on like a Facebook thread. I can mute conversations or have it just go, you got a message from Slappy, and it'll just say you got a message. It won't say. I don't know how to do that on the Facebook notifications. So some of my friends, like your buddy Munson, are idiots, and so I've got my map open on the phone as I'm driving.
Munson's not an idiot.
I mean, he sometimes is inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is
that I don't disagree with.
Yeah. Well, I translate that to idiot because I mean, usually it's my best friends that are idiots for this. Okay. So I'm driving with my wife, and I've got the maps open to see where I'm going, and all of a sudden this flood of Facebook messages come in. Would you like to blank my blank? Here's a picture of and it's like all flooding in the notifications on, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys, you're killing me. And it's just like, so it's like, because you don't know how to mute all the conversations.
Yeah, I don't have my Facebook.
Oh, you don't have that
on?
Oh, you're probably right. I probably should just shut them
check
off.
it when I check it.
But it's very embarrassing just to get that kind of stuff.
Do you guys keep all the notifications on for everything?
I've killed almost all of my notifications.
The only one I have on is for text messages.
See, I have Facebook, text, and I turn off Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, Instagram is just annoying because it's like, oh, somebody liked your picture. It's like, okay, you don't need to drain my battery by telling me that.
Yeah, I do a lot of group messaging, so I keep Facebook on for that reason because I want to respond.
We're starting to learn what you guys group message about.
Right? Yeah, I just do text.
Gang messaging.
I do texts and HQ trivia, and that's it.
All right.
I need my trivia game.
HQ trivia, he gets messages about. Okay.
Well, yeah, because I need to know when to play so I can steal questions for Beat Migs.
Good call. Yeah.
So it says, geez, BJ, you sound like the old guy in those Geico commercials from Johnny.
I mean, he kind of is.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know what? I can't lie about what's happening. I mean, that's just what's happening. What am I going to do? What am I going to do about
Turn the notifications off.
Well, I know, and I wish there was a way that they would just say you got a message, but won't say what the message is. Like you can do that on your text. You know that?
Yeah.
So it used to be a text message would show up as the full message, but you can go in your iPhone and change it to just say Slappy sent you a message, and then you can.
Do you have it that way?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, what are you hiding, man?
For the reason, because I want to get alerts, but I don't. But if a guy named Steve just goes, "Hey, would you like to see my sausage?" and it shows up on my phone because I got the map.
It's a small thumbnail. No one's gonna be able to see it.
See, that exactly is the reason why my wife had to do that, because on the Migs cast we did the dong challenge.
Yes,
the dong race challenge.
Yes. And I sent a pic, and she was in class.
Yeah, see,
and her phone wasn't near her.
No, it wasn't.
And it was just hanging out there for a while.
Yeah. So, because the whole thing would show up on your phone.
Yeah, but it's a small little thumbnail, unless someone's got like some really great eyes.
Well, again, if you are both following a map, you go, honey, which should we take, a right or a left here? And all of a sudden your dong shows up.
Clearly you know to go north. No.
Okay. Well, or northwest, depending on where, how you lean in life.
And actually, in that game, it was more south.
There we go. Nice. Yesterday, South Steve over here. You know what? He did get this one wrong.
What book won Harper Lee a Pulitzer Prize?
Gone with the Wind.
No.
Dianetics.
No.
The Path of a Superior Dude.
No.
I love that you were actually
Close.
my old book, The Way of the Superior Man. I love that sticks out with you.
It's one of the few books I remember.
I actually like that name. I want to do a self-help book called The Path of the Superior Dude. I think it's a great name. We ought to do this. Let's do it together. All right, I'll put you as a co-writer just because you came up with the title.
No, I'll just do the forward.
All right, you'll do the forward?
Yeah.
All right, forward by Steve Miggs. All right. Well, the answer was To Kill a Mockingbird, which actually Vicky got right because she's smart.
I'm smart.
She's a homeowner now.
Yeah.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and of course a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.
Count on